Hello, my name's Eric Anderson. I'm I'm trying to start my own YouTube channel, and I like to talk about all kinds of different things like manufacturing defects, to composting, to trying to restore old broken or failing hard drives, stuff like that. I like to design stuff. I like to work on vehicles and make them perform better and more efficiently. But this particular video, I'd like to talk about the shortcomings or flaws that GoPro has put out that I've had problems with. Uh, just for my reference, I try to give the date and the time. The date is September 3rd, 2020. And it's about 12:12 p.m. Uh, what I'm, like I said, I wanted to talk about the shortcomings from GoPro because you spend quite a bit of money on these cameras, and the problem I had right off the bat when I got their camera, I really liked their program. Loaded real easy. It was kind of pretty user friendly, and I liked how it looked and stuff like that. And it was pretty easy to use. For some reason, like 2 years later, they stopped supporting that particular program, and they kind of changed to a different one that's not so user friendly. And seems like too you got to go online to even look at your videos. As before, you didn't have to do that. You just hook the camera to your computer and voila, kind of uploaded it itself. But anyways, and they stopped supporting that after about 2 years worth of having it, or when it came out. I just thought that was weird. So you got to kind of know someone who has that old program. Unfortunately, I wiped my computer clean because I was having some computer issues, and tried to go back on the GoPro website and have that reinstalled, and they no longer supported it anymore. So you essentially have to know someone who kept that program in order to get that particular program back, because even GoPro wouldn't give me it. So anyways, I'm stuck with the newer program that I don't really much care for it. It does weird things. Like, for instance, a little bit ago, I know for a fact I set the time and date. That's why I have to give the time and date, because I set the time and date, and you go on to upload the videos, and it says that your camera is 2,072 days off. So it sets it back to like January 1st, 2015 or something like that. Crazy. And that's one thing I don't like about GoPro. Another thing is, when I first got it, I would hook it up to load the videos onto the program, and it would get real hot. So I'm like, something ain't right. So I called them up and told them about it, and they, of course you have people in it, trying to jibber jabber and talk you out of it or whatever, and say, oh well, oh, it's because you had a backpack on, and the backpack is the touch screen that I have on the back, and they said, well, it's the program. It doesn't can't communicate with the backpack. The backpack doesn't know when to shut off. So, do this update. And I did this update or whatever, and it was still doing the same thing. So I called them back, and I'm like, hey, this is a bunch of crap, so anyways, yeah, it would just get real hot, and I didn't like that. So I actually talked them into taking it back and giving me a new one. Thank God they did. So I ended up, after some headbutting and back and forth kind of stuff, I sent it in, and they luckily gave me a new one. But like I said, even the new one kind of is having some issues. Not to mention some of their shortcomings on like quality, because the face on this thing, I have a GoPro Hero 4 Black, and the face on it is kind of cracked. I mean, I own a motorcycle and stuff like that. You know, here it is, and just to let you know. And I like to ride and stuff like that. But I've never had on it like a helmet cam or anything like that. So I've never abused this particular camera or anything like that. I didn't even abuse the old one. And it's already cracking and stuff, and they're just really cheap materials and stuff. But other than that, I like the way they shoot the videos and stuff, but I'm not crazy about the programs and how they just drop it after 2 years. They kind of pigeonhole you into buying a new camera. And of course they're like, oh, well, we'll give you some money off the new, you know, such and such, you know, and it's like, no, I just spent $400 or whatever on this one plus. So I'm going to try to get some life out of it. But those are the kind of things, that's why I'm doing this YouTube channel. It's like, even GoPro is like setting it up for a throwaway society. You know, you buy something and 2 years later it becomes obsolete, and you got to throw it out because we don't support that anymore, and you're kind of screwed, you know, essentially. And I'm just kind of tired of that mentality. You know, so I'm kind of like a consumer watchdog kind of person, and I like to give input back to them, and also to regular people like us. You know, look out. You know, get ready. You know, if you don't pay attention to this stuff. But yeah. But I'm having some videos come up, hopefully pretty quick. I've got a couple already, or a few already, and you know, I'd like to talk anything, like I said, from mechanics to house designs and stuff like that. You know, different ways of thinking about stuff, shielding, and God knows what. You know, the sky's the limit. You know, but anyways. I would really appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up, like they say, and support my channel if you can, because the more support I get, the more things I can do. We can have fun, all kinds of stuff. You can learn a lot of stuff. I can learn a lot of stuff. And another thing, I do like your input. You know, so the more heads, the better. Just leave a comment at the bottom or whatever, and I'll try to get back or try to interact with the public as much as I can, and include your ideas into my upcoming videos. So thank you very much for listening. I'll hopefully see you soon.